I am back, and I want to start doing more of these sort of client success stories, things that remind me of why I'm in the industry and why I love to do what I do. And if you guys like this kind of content, make sure you comment and make sure you like. So in this video, there's two things I want to cover. A client story that I'm very happy about, something that I'm very proud of, that I was able to help a certain client. Now again, I'm not mentioning any names or anything else like that, but this was a defining moment in my business when I first began. He doesn't even probably know it, but it was. And this is exactly what happened. When I first got into the financial services industry, I wasn't quite sure exactly what every product and every investment was. And then when I started to learn, I had a chance to sit with this client. And what ended up happening was that I found out that he used to work for several different companies. Now, put yourself in his shoes. If you've ever worked for a company that was paying you a pension or you were paying into a pension, right? That's exactly where he was. Now, he had 2 or 3 other companies that he worked for that did that for him. So he currently, when we sat down the last time, he had left those companies and is working for a different company. So what happens with those pensions? Well, unfortunately, for the majority of Canadians, they forget about them. They don't know what happens to them. They don't know how to track it down. They remember the company, but they don't know. There's just so much going on in their life. There's a lot of legwork to be done sometimes. And so he kind of forgot about these things. And in most cases, when they're forgotten about, the person will only know about it when they receive a paycheck from that pension, if that company hasn't gone under, like Sears and others. And what will end up happening, they'll get paid that amount, but that amount to them is what it is. They can't debate it, they can't argue it, because it's set in stone. So what we ended up doing was, I did quite a bit of the legwork, and he did some as well, obviously, because I can't do it on his behalf. But we figured out the companies that he was with. We gathered his pensions, and what we ended up doing was we put them all into a lira. So if you guys don't know what a lira is, this is what a lira is. And a lira is an amazing product that I don't think enough Canadians know about, because all they know about is a pension, government pension or company pension, and that's it. So if you're in this particular situation where my client was, and you work for several companies, start looking at where those companies, where those pensions are. And then you can take that money, all of those different pensions, and move them into one lira. Now, what is a lira? All a lira is a locked-in retirement account. Now, the beauty of these accounts is that you get to control how that money is spent. And so I've posted this graphic here for everyone to see, because it's important to understand the difference and how much control you'd actually have if you had your money in a lira. Now, if you're currently working for the company that's paying you the pension, or you're paying into the pension, this doesn't work, because you have to leave. And then you get an exit package and all that other kind of stuff. But this is the kind of information that more Canadians need to know about, because if they did, they would be gathering their money from all of these companies that they could have worked for in the past. So again, look at your own situation and figure out whether or not you actually worked for a company that paid a pension before. It's very important. And after we had it all pooled together, again, in one lira account, I was very excited, because before that conversation started about retirement and everything else, he was like, I don't think I have enough. And now he's definitely got quite a bit of money, and money that he wasn't really even expecting to have. Because again, you get on with daily life, you do all these things, and you're so involved in the grind of trying to make money now and then save later. But to know that he had these things sitting there, and it just took somebody like me to be able to help him get over that line and put it into one spot. And now when he goes to retire, we have a lot more control. His beneficiaries are actually could get the full amount, instead of what happens in the pension, as you guys saw on that graph, right? You want your hard-earned money to be going to the people that you love if you don't spend it all, because you'd rather the government not get it. Unless you don't really want the government to get it, then that's a whole different story. But that was a defining moment in my business, being actually able to help take money from the atmosphere and all surrounding areas and put it into one place for my client so he could see it. It's a moment I like to look back on, and it defines a lot of what I do and why I do it. It's a good reminder for myself, even doing this video right now, as to why I do what I do. I actually get to help, and it's actually their money. So the other thing I want to mention is I'm currently working with another client. She actually had an Alberta nurse's pension, and we moved it into a LIRA, and now she has told me that she used to work in BC as a nurse, and trying to track down that pension plan, I had to do a little bit of legwork, but now the ball's in her court. So now we could bring two separate plans into one investment that we can help steward and grow for her retirement. It's a very exciting thing. I'm very excited about being able to help people. So if you know anybody like that you think would need some help, some legwork, and now again, I'm only licensed in Alberta. That's all I'm currently, those are the only people I can currently help. But if your pension is outside of Alberta and you're an Alberta resident, there's a chance. You guys got my contact information if you want to reach out. I'll be more than willing to help you try and locate your pensions. Now again, this is all before the age of 50. If you're over 50, unfortunately it's all done, and it's just one of those things that the government has put in place. So if you're under 50 and you want some help and you live in Alberta, give me a call, reach out on my website. It's got all my contact information. We can set a meeting, do all that stuff. The other part I'm really excited about, and I mentioned this in my last short, is the fact that I'm running a contest. Now, so if you are a client of mine and you are able to give me a referral, and that referral converts into a client for me, you get a $100 gift card. Simple as that. The contest is running from July 1st till December 31st. If you have any questions, put it in the comments below, DM me on Instagram. All my links to my social medias are down below. Again, there is no limit to how many referrals you can give me but they need to convert into clients for me. So I want to be able to give away gift cards, and now those gift cards can be for whatever you want. If you want a $100 Walmart gift card, that works for me. If it's a Visa debit, that works for me as well. So all my clients, if you're watching this, send the referrals. We can all go help more people, and we can make a little bit of money. And even those clients then can start referring, and they can start making money. I mean, who wouldn't want an extra $100 for just doing a referral, right? So thank you for watching. Thank you for being patient with this pause. But again, my life has been busy. There's a lot going on in the background, and I am back, and I want to start doing more of these sort of client success stories, things that remind me of why I'm in the industry and why I love to do what I do. And if you guys like this kind of content, make sure you comment, and make sure you like, and thank you again for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. And always remember, Tommensense, because common sense isn't so common.